Gotta put our headphones on?
I'd like to. Welcome back to 98.5 WNUW LP Aston. We are starting it off with the Kickoff. This is the first episode of the Kickoff. It's going to be myself and my co-host here, Luigi. How are you doing?
I'm good. You, Owen?
I'm hanging in there. Going to adjust this little knob right here down below. It's been a busy weekend in the soccer world, football world, as they say in Europe. Hold on, let me shake the cord a little bit. I'm getting the sound in one ear and not the other. There we go. Are we back in business? A little bit. We're getting there. Now, this weekend, there was a lot of Premier League action. There was a lot of action around the world. But going back to last week, you and I actually got a chance to watch one of the games together from the Champions League.
Champions League, yes,
we're
sir.
gonna be bringing some updates from the Champions League. And now, remind the people, what game was that we watched?
It was PSG Chelsea 5-2.
Oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking stuff.
Fortunately for Owen, he's a Chelsea fan, and Jorgensen was very poor in the game.
Jorgensen's a PSG fan, apparently.
Jorgensen's a PSG fan.
This is one of the things that I was telling you about. I've been complaining about it for a while now. We have the two most boneheaded keepers in the league, and they're both of them, the two guys that make the most mistakes with their feet, are on the same team, my team. Uh-huh. It's heartbreaking stuff. Now it's not just Jorgensen that's making mistakes. It's
Sanchez as well, yeah.
Robert Sanchez. I mean, he could have some of the best games of his career and then just give up a goal.
Yeah, spending a lot of money and then spending all that money in the market and then having Jorgensen and Sanchez as your goalkeepers. It's quite poor. But I wanted to shift the focus to the last couple of Liverpool games. Hot take that to me really isn't that much of a hot take.
Yeah.
If they did not have Dominic Szoboszlai in their roster, they would be fighting not relegation, but they'd be a mid-table team. Szoboszlai is the key to that team. With all due respect to Van Dijk, Mo Salah, they're legends of Liverpool. I'm not a Liverpool fan.
No, by no means.
But, I think it's time that not only they move on, and, if any Liverpool fan is listening to me, you should sack Arne Slot and go get Xabi Alonso, because Slot's just not it. He's not going to lead. If you get Champions League, it's because of the 5th place spot, because you guys are poor. With all due respect to Tottenham, but they're fighting relegation, and you made them look like a competent squad this weekend. Do you see the interview that Szoboszlai gave at the end of the game?
I did not.
He was ranting, saying that we need to wake up because if we're lucky, we should be happy with a Conference League spot. And for a team like Liverpool, Conference League is just a no-go.
Yeah, I know that Chelsea was in the Conference League. Unfortunately, we like to hold ourselves to a higher standard, but we did slip into that. We were outside of the top 4. However, we won it. So if Liverpool does get a chance to go over there, they have to win it. That's a must. Mm-hmm. But I was going to say that Szoboszlai, Hungarian, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Absolute beast of a midfield. He wears the number 8, but he can do it all. He can go all around the field.
He plays right back, attacking mid, right wing, left wing. Heck, if you need him at a center forward, might as well put him there.
Wherever they need him, and he's doing it because, they do need him right now. As you mentioned, another goal in that last game against Tottenham. No goals for Liverpool in the Champions League against Galatasaray. Galatasaray rolled them. I didn't feel like Liverpool had a chance in that game.
I had said
no confidence in them.
Exactly, yes. And I had said when the draws came out, I said, I say it, and I could be wrong because who knows, Liverpool wake up. I said Galatasaray could win the series.
Yeah.
Now,
you were on the Bodo Glimt train as well.
I was on the Bodo Glimt train as well. They beat Sporting 3-0. But going back to Liverpool, it's one thing that not only do I feel they're not going to qualify, because I don't think they're going to qualify to go past Galatasaray, in my opinion. Because I know Anfield is a really big environment to play in, so they'll definitely have the home crowd. But how they've been performing this season, and it's just been poor. And I also want to talk about the acquisitions that they made in the summer, who have not been living up. Frimpong
was a big paycheck for
$40 million from Bayer Leverkusen.
For a right back.
He's always injured and very inconsistent. To not forget about Florian Wirtz, $125 million spent. Granted, he's not playing cam and he's playing on the wing.
Right.
But he's still very poor. He had that one little purple patch in January where people were saying, oh, he's doing good. It was against relegation sides.
Seriously,
that he was getting his GA from. And then I think the worst of the worst, granted he's injured and he can probably come back, is Isak. But the thing that didn't make sense to me is you bought Ekitike for 90 million. What's the point of bringing in Isak for 150 million or like 125 million? You know what I'm trying to say? Because you're either going to have to play both of them at the top. And then there was the thing is this whole Liverpool season's been such a like kind of a train wreck because there was the whole, if you remember, like December when like Mo Salah and Arne Slot were arguing, and then Mo Salah went out in an interview going like, oh, someone at the club said I can't play. It's not that they're trying to disrespect you. You just haven't been good this season. It's as simple as that. You just have not been that good this year. And when there's other options, they have to play other. Granted, those options aren't the best. And that's what I think Slot needs to realize is that he also needs to rotate his team more. You can't put out the same starting 11. Like players like Chiesa, Rio and Gamoa, like they need more playing time. And it's just you're not utilizing them. And then like you complain that, oh, we got injuries. But like if you're not going to give the players like any time to play, like you're gonna have tired legs, and that's what's gonna happen.
Rio Ngumamoa, it's a tough. I'll pull him up right here. It's a very, very tough name to say.
Yes.
But Ngumamoa, he is only 17 years old, and yet he had that wonder goal. Remember when they first brought him in?
Against
it was a game.
Newcastle.
It was a game winner against Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
It was a game
Newcastle.
winner.
90. It was like 90 plus 10, 90 plus 11.
Yeah, man, saved them at the death, and we really haven't heard about him since.
Exactly, and they keep playing Gakpo, who's been
Gakpo is.
I know, like a lot of Liverpool fans, like I know they try to like scapegoat him, but like no, he's actually been trash. He hasn't been good this season. He has not
been good at all. No bag. He lost his bag. I mean, if you can't take guys one-on-one full speed, if that's what your main thing is, Gakpo's not. He's not a slow creator. He's not going to take it at the back and progress it like Szoboszlai can do. Mm-hmm. He runs that guy's full speed. That's where he gets his dirty work done. And if he lost that part of his game right now, Isak, another guy, very skilled with his feet, but a large part of his game is going at guys, beating them one-on-one. And right now, Ekitike is doing a lot better job of that, and he's doing a better job of the hold-up play. Ekitike is very good at those little flicks and whatnot.
Out of all the signings that Liverpool have made this summer,
he's the best one.
Like, yeah, he's the. I think.
When did they get Szoboszlai? Was that this summer or last?
Like 2023, I believe.
A little while ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The thing is, like, they got a young center back who we can't really judge because he tore his ACL in his first game. Played Giovanni Leone, who
just.
Sad to see. Hopefully he gets better because, we need some defenders for the Italy national team.
Yeah, I forgot.
But we need some defenders, but, like Liverpool.
Bro, Bastoni could do it himself. That guy.
Speaking of Bastoni, did you see the recent controversy with him like 3 weeks ago?
What's that?
Look up Inter Juventus Bastoni or Kalulu red card, and you'll see why. You want something funny about Bastoni? Every away game that Inter has now, every time he touches the ball, they boo him, regardless of the team.
Bastoni?
Yes, because it'll definitely be on YouTube or like on Safari, wherever you're looking up the clip of what happened, and it was like he simulated, like another thing I want to talk about VAR.
Oh yeah,
VAR.
Yeah.
First,
I was gonna say we have to get to VAR, but first I wanted to make it known to the people that you are Napoli.
I'm a Napoli fan, yes.
So Luigi is very up to. I like to follow Chelsea. I like to follow the Prem. Luigi's there. He knows it. He knows it well, but he knows Serie A even better. He's the Italian soccer man. So you wanted to say something about VAR?
I want to say something, but not just in Italy, across all leagues.
Oh yeah,
because VAR
it's a poison now.
It's at that. In my honest opinion, don't have VAR because whatever the rules that they have. They don't work because there's no reason why. Like, there's a rule in VAR that if a guy gets a second yellow, you can't VAR check it. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, or like my thing is like on a corner kick, right? Say like I'm crossing it in, it takes the tiniest deflection, right? I understand that it may hold up time, but then what's the VAR there? Because that like cancels out a potential goal scoring opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
Like you have to check and see like. How they do in the NFL where every scoring play is reviewed?
They have to review it.
They have to, for me, even if it takes time, they need to look at the little things because there are so much, like, going back, like, there's so many things that they need to look at and just say, like, oh, we got to stop that, because there's no way one can get a second yellow, and it's not reviewable, even if it's like the guy flopped in the case that I was talking to you about.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's so many, like, and then a lot of calls don't make, like, you know, like a couple years ago, there was even the time where, like, Arsenal, when they were 23 against Brentford, they tied 1-1 and they drew the lines wrong. But it's like, the thing is what gets bad. The thing is that gets bad.
Arsenal.
It's that VAR, it hinders the ref. It doesn't affect the people in the box, like in who work in there. It usually goes to the referee. They'll be like, oh, he missed that call. Oh, it's his fault. Instead of the people in the circle who are reviewing that. So how is it the ref's fault? Because if you're telling me, oh, it's cleared, and then he goes back and like, how did they not like check that thoroughly? It can't just be the ref's fault. The people in the VAR room need to be also like, fined or like
sometimes
suspended.
They have 3 or 4 guys up with all those monitors in the assistant referee room, and they still get it wrong.
Exactly.
Which makes me think, I don't want to get into that side of it.
Yeah.
You know all too well with the Italian league, with Juventus and their history, but we've seen it with the referees with Barca. We've seen it with Madrid the last 5-6 years.
Couple years, yeah.
And we saw a bunch of counts brought down on City, swept under the rug. Chelsea, we spent way too much. Supposedly we were going to get hit with something.
Did you hear what happened?
Still waiting for that.
You see, just recently, not too long ago, actually it happened today. You guys were hit with $11 million fine for like transfers or
we
something.
did get the fine.
Yeah, you got fined $11 million.
That's crazy. I just brought that up, and that just happened.
Like a couple hours ago, if you look it up, it was like, I think maybe like 10.6 million or something like weird, like fee like that.
10.75. What the heck, man? I was just saying that we were able to slip away.
Well, the problem, like, my thing is, like, you know what, Chelsea reminds me of a team,
and
like...
they go after Chelsea of all these... Like,
Like, Man City got 115 plus charges, and, like, we're still waiting. Like, that was from COVID that these charges were arisen.
Bro.
We're 6 years down the line,
and you
and
don't
nothing.
think they're still doing dirty work?
Exactly.
You don't think they're still using the oil money, like, not how they're not supposed to?
Exactly. With all the FFP rules, like,
It's hard to monitor every single portion of it because, well... It's not just the best sport in the world. It's the richest sport in the world.
Yes.
So to follow the money trail is near impossible, especially when a Saudi prince owns your club. Now, that's nothing against Man City. I'm just a little bit worried about the implications for the rest of the league. How come they can get away with it and Chelsea can't? UEFA is one of the most...
UEFA's inconsistent.
One of the most corrupt organizations. FIFA has already been ratted out with Sepp Blatter. I mean, you can look at the documentary that's on Netflix and it tells you everything you need to know. But... some of these VAR decisions, some of the things that I see happening in the Arsenal game, things getting overturned, things not getting overturned.
Even recently...
The fact that they're able to pick guys up off the ground with both their hands and then score a goal off the corner and nothing gets called. I mean, I think that there is a concerted effort to give Arsenal the league this year. Concerted effort. Both times they played Chelsea this year was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm up in arms. I don't want to... I don't want to say that the Premier League is fully fallen into corruption, but dude, with the VAR decisions going poorly,
there's definitely certain things that
how do you
like
explain it?
How do you explain it?
3 or 4 guys in the room looking at that, and they can't see what I see at home.
Exactly.
How do you explain
like
that?
how do you even get like your certification? But
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Well, we'll come back after the break. We don't want to get too negative on soccer. We do love it, but unfortunately, corruption follows everything everywhere. After the break, we will return to a little bit of Champions League talk. I mentioned Bodo Glimt. We got to talk about that wonder run. And there's a couple other teams that are surprising people. Like we said, City, well, they just lost to Madrid, a depleted Madrid. So don't go anywhere here on 98.5 WNUW. This is New Order. That is Regret by New Order. Let me stick a stop on that real quick. Oh, let me fade it down. Give me 1 sec here, my friend. Okay. I can't get them to stop. Hallelujah, Paramore. I mean, who doesn't love Haley Williams? Sorry about that, folks. I thought I had to stop set in. And immediately, Never Ender started playing by Tame Impala. So I guess I didn't have it in. Oopsie daisy. It's all good, though. We got a little extra song there for the folks at home. We gave them Hallelujah by Paramore. And now we're going to move back into the Champions League chatter. We left you off talking about all kinds of stuff, corruption included. And over the break, I watched that double yellow that you were telling me about with Kalulu and Bastoni. Just absolutely horrible. Go ahead and look up Inter Juventus. Go ahead and watch that game if you're listening at home. That was something. But yes, Champions League. A couple games were going on last week, and we want to talk about Real Madrid specifically. Go ahead, Luigi. Yes. I'll let you take it away.
Can I give a quick rundown of all the results, or does it take too much time? What do you think?
No. We could. Yeah, let's tell the people what was going on in the Champions League. Go ahead.
The first games that were played was Galatasaray beat Liverpool 1-0. We were slowly talking about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Bayern Munich beat Atalanta 6-1 in Italy. Listen, to everyone, keep an eye on Michael Olise. Yes, Harry Kane may be the bagsman, but Michael Olise,
what a player.
What a player.
I can't believe Crystal Palace let him go. I thought they would have at least tried to...
They got good money for him, though. They made 60, 70 million off of him.
Oh, yeah, but I thought at least maybe try and keep him for... Maybe try and get top 4, top 6. I don't know. Yeah. They let a couple people walk, but go ahead.
And this is another thing I wanted to talk about here. Atletico Madrid 5, Tottenham 2. What were your thoughts on the goalkeeping situation?
Holy moly. So in that Tottenham game, they decided to, in pure Tottenham fashion, play the young backup with no experience against Atletico Madrid at Atletico Madrid. I mean, you're asking for it. You're asking for trouble, and that is exactly what they got. Within the first 17 minutes, Atletico had put 2 or 3.
3 past.
They put 3 past them, and two of them were just straight up mistakes between the goalkeeper and the center backs. I mean, really just the goalkeeper.
Yes.
But
then afterward, the Tottenham head coach Igor Tudor subbed him off.
Right.
And then didn't even consolidate him with everyone was consolidating him. Which is incredibly just rude, because you're the one who put him in this situation and said it was a tactical switch. Listen, Vicario is not good, but you can't put in your backup goalkeeper, 22-year-old, in a game like that. It's just, and then to not even consolidate him, just embarrassing. Just really embarrassing from the Tottenham head coach. We won't stay on that topic for too long. Then Newcastle tied Barcelona 1-1. Listen, Lamine Yamal, great player, but listen, shout out to Lewis Hall. Keep an eye on him. Future England left back was clamping him all game. And Yamal scored a penalty, and they'll probably mask the performance. But Lewis Hall really did not let Yamal breathe that entire game, and was sensational.
He couldn't get anything going down that right side, or Newcastle's left side. He couldn't get anything going, and then at the very end,
Malik Thiaw decided to
stuck his leg. And he's a good player, man. He is, but he stuck his leg out, and he let Barca back in the game there. That was a shame. Yeah. And then for the people wondering, Kinski, that was the goalkeeper.
Kinski, yeah.
Yeah, that was the goalkeeper's name, Kinski from Tottenham, that had those horrible mishaps. But yeah, man, how about Lewis Hall pocketing you?
Lewis Hall underrated. He also played for Chelsea for a little bit. He came through the youth sector. Then for the last week, they play games on different days. Leverkusen drew to Arsenal 1-1, and let me give this. The result is funnier than it seems, because Arsenal actually got a piece of their own medicine, giving up a corner kick goal. And then Madueke came off the bench for Saka, who Saka hasn't been that good as the last couple year and a half. I won't lie. I'm a big fan of
full season and a half.
For my opinion, I rate Bukayo Saka. I think he's a really good player. I just don't think I've seen that quality of him the last year and a half. I think he's dropped off a little bit.
In that game, he couldn't get anything going. Every time he cut inside, he lost the ball.
He got hooked at 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And Kai Havertz, the ex-Bayer Leverkusen.
And ex-Chelsea.
Ex-Chelsea got the penalty against his old club and scored. Ice in the veins.
Yeah, Kai Havertz, he's very cold. Now, this is a guy that got a lot of hate for his time at Chelsea, and then he got a lot of hate for his first month or so at Arsenal. People think he's not good enough. People think that when you play up top, you need to have a certain degree of finishing ability, and that was his biggest knock for the longest time. It's not a question of whether he can create or not. It's a question of can he finish, and Havertz has since proven that he can finish. He's been okay for Arsenal.
And the storyline of the Champions League, Bodo Glimt 3-0 versus Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
The funny thing about Bodo Glimt is, they're not playing any league games right now, right?
Really?
They're not. Their season doesn't, their league starts March 21st.
So this is all preseason for them.
Basically, since January, actually, not even. Since January 28th, okay? They've only played UCL fixtures. Their last league game, or from the last season, was November 30th, 2025.
Holy cow. And they're still in that form.
Exactly.
Man, these guys are hyped to play. They're up to play for the Champions League.
Listen, call it crazy, but these guys in Galatasaray could make a deep run. Look at this form. Bodo Glimt, Man City, 3-1 win. Atletico Madrid, Bodo Glimt, you won 1-2 on the road. And Atletico Madrid's a tough team to beat, especially at their home stadium, the Wanda Metropolitano.
Yep.
Knocked out the more than likely champions of Italy, Inter, in the what do you call it? It's not the playoff round. And beat Sporting Lisbon 3-0. We're not talking about they beat Apophos or Olympiacos.
Yeah, or Karabag. Yeah, no,
Exactly.
they're playing dogs.
They're playing really good teams, and they're showing what they got. Then we touched base on it in the first half of our segment, the PSG Chelsea 5-2 game.
Dude, look, if I could just give a little bit on Chelsea in that game, we need to play with the fire that Bodo Glimt has. We came out and we looked like we were ready to counter, but we didn't look like we were ready to sit in and defend. I don't think either team wanted to sit back and defend. I think both of them were trying to play at 100 miles an hour, and Chelsea is never going to win that battle. When you have zero competent center backs on your roster, you're not able to guard. You're not able to keep up. So that was extremely poor.
And it goes from bad to worse because I don't know if you saw, Reece James picked up a hamstring injury.
Mr. Made of Glass.
Yes.
Yeah, look, I'm a little bit different.
After he signed a new contract too.
I'm super happy we paid the guy that's never on the field. Hooray. Yeah, I'm a little bit different compared to other Chelsea fans. They like to die on the Reece James hill. He's the best right back in the world. If we play him at CDM, he's the best CDM in the world. Nobody can distribute like Reece James. Reece James is so physical. Nobody can take him off the ball. No, the guy's not on the field. Exactly. Most overrated player at our club, by far. Yes. He never plays. You know who does play? Cuckoo. Cuckoo plays every game. He plays his heart out. Okay, those are guys that I like and respect. Yeah. Enzo would die for Chelsea. He scored in that game when things were looking grim. I don't know, man.
Listen,
I'm not on the Reece James train. I do not like the extension, and you're telling me he's hurt now? I'm not surprised.
Listen, I'll touch up a little bit on this game. I had said before the game, Chelsea have what it takes to win this game because, like I said, they beat Barca. They definitely have that fight in them. It's just, granted, PSG did bring on Kovacic Kvaratskhelia, a really great player. I got to experience him when he was at Napoli. Really I'll say really good player for one season, did drop off a little bit in the last season and a half. But he really changed that game. But, granted, Jorgensen, we touched on the goalkeeper situation.
Bro, so tough. It's so difficult.
And then the very last game that was played, Real Madrid 3, Man City 0. Valverde, really great midfielder. I want to say, my personal opinion.
The best right now?
Maybe, but not even that. Real Madrid plays better when Mbappe is off.
Oh.
Watch Real Madrid games. Mbappe is always... The reason why Vinny cannot play well with Mbappe is because Mbappe floods Vinny's space on the wing. There is no spacing because if Mbappe stayed up top, Vinny would have way more chances to create. But since he's always in Vinicius' space, he's basically taken a good chunk of his possessions. Yeah. And clearly when Mbappe was out, they started 4-4-2 with Diaz and Vinicius up top. 3-0 against Man City.
Boom.
One thing also I want to say about this game, Erling Haaland has been putrid this 2026.
He's scared of Antonio Rudiger.
Yes, but it's not even that. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, Haaland in this season, at least the 2025 portion of it,
Yeah.
could not stop scoring for club and country. 2026, he couldn't even. They played in the FA Cup against like some 4th division side. He got hooked at halftime, couldn't even get a goal in the game where Man City scored. I think it was 10-1 or 8-1. Like, it hasn't been good for Erling Haaland this second half of the season.
He's supposed to be the guy. He's supposed to be the number one guy, the best finisher in the world. And when you're not scoring, there's a big target put on your back.
Man City has a lot of, my opinion, they have a lot of overrated players. Like, you want to talk about Phil Foden, more like Phil Frozen?
Oh, man. Phil Foden is not that
Phil Frozen. I'm going to get right up and closer to the mic. Phil Frozen is not that guy. Phil Frozen is buns. I don't listen to all you Man City fans. What has Phil Frozen done since 2024?
Couldn't tell you.
Like, again, 23-24 was the best version of Foden. Since then, what has he done? Yes, he's a Man City graduate and one of the actual few players that broke through the academy and exceeded, every basically expectation and was good. But just because he scores against Fulham, Leeds does not mean he's back. And we've clearly seen that. But another thing I want to say, Pep Guardiola needs to figure out his tactics because in the game against Real, Nico Riley's been playing attacking midfield for like 10, 15 games now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he decides to switch him to left back when you have a healthy Ait-Nouri.
Yeah,
like, what's the point? Like,
they just signed Ait-Nouri and they're not even going to use him?
Exactly. And,
he can play too.
He can play.
Ait-Nouri is good on the ball. You would think that he would play in that City squad.
Exactly. I mean, listen, even Tajani Reinders does not get a sniff of the field. And
that guy is so good. What happened to him? He showed up and was really good, and then they stopped playing. Was there an injury? Did something take him out of that squad?
I don't know what happened. I mean, from what I've seen, he's just been healthy. Pep has just degraded him to the bench and just will not play him.
Well, I mean, it's City's funeral. It's City's funeral. The Etihad, sure, it's a tough place to play. The Bernabeu's way more difficult, though. I mean, I think that Real Madrid is going to walk into the Etihad, and I think they could beat City 1 or 2-0.
Oh, sure.
I think we could see a series where City doesn't even score.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule out the fact that City could potentially make a comeback. Like, I don't think they will. I don't think they will personally.
I don't.
But I won't. I think if it were to be like a comeback, they probably get like 1 goal, like 1-0, and it'll be there for up, maybe a halftime goes 1-0, then Real kind of wakes up.
Was it Real Madrid they were playing a couple years ago? I think they were down 2 or 3 goals, and they did come back.
Real Madrid?
I can't remember who they were playing.
Real Madrid?
City.
Oh, City?
City had a situation. I may be thinking of a league game towards the end of the season.
What, the end of the 21-22 season?
I can't. They had some wild game where they were down 2 or 3 goals.
Oh, yeah.
Back against the wall. And that was the last time that I saw fight from City.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the 21-22 season, very last game of the season against Aston Villa.
Yeah, but they don't have that dog anymore. They're kind of like the pretty boys now.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah, the thing is,
I've been more impressed with United in the Premier League this season.
Yeah,
which is crazy to say.
I mean, listen, I guess I wanted to touch base on that maybe in a different segment. Man United's resurrection's been quite good, but. Do you want to do predictions for the
Absolutely.
Who do you think takes it who do you think takes it between Sporting and Bodo unless granted we're predicting the second legs, but
this is a tight one. Bodo will be traveling to Portugal for this one. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be an easy game from them. They're coming from a stadium that houses 8,000 people to now tens of thousands. It's going to be a big switch up, but as you said earlier, they've proven themselves. I'm rocking with Bodo. I like a tie in this game and Bodo to advance. Okay. I like 1-1 in Sporting, and I like Bodo to advance.
This is, I feel a more balanced one because, it ended 1-1. Arsenal, Leverkusen.
Leverkusen, I don't know that they have what it takes. I think Arsenal will get not 1 but 2 corner goals in this next game. Maybe a third, maybe something late. Something scrappy. I give them 3-0 Arsenal. I think that they're going to come through. As much as I like to root against Arsenal, I don't really like them that much, especially as a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
And I think they're buying the league this year. I'm going to go 3-0 Arsenal on that.
You're Arsenal?
Yeah.
Speaking of Arsenal, thoughts on Max Dowman scoring his first ever Premier League goal at the age of, 16? Something like that?
Big up, big respect. We're seeing it more and more. We talked about Rio and Gamoa. Leonard Carl, also a super young guy that's really good. And now Max Dowman. Could he be the next big thing for them? Could he be their guy moving forward?
Could be. I have seen some of his academy highlights. Looks really good.
Super dirty. Yeah.
I think it might be type of like an Nwaneri situation where he might have to be sent on loan just because right now there's a lot of you got Saka, Madueke, Eze, Martinelli, Jesus, Havertz, Gyökeres. He might have the talent, but I think it's going to be hard to displace them at 16 as of right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good that he scored, but you make a good point. I could see a loan spell for sure.
I think a 1 or 2, and then hopefully his talent doesn't go to waste because you know how loan cycles go. But I think he should be fine.
He has the talent. That's not a question. He'll be okay.
And Chelsea, PSG.
Oh man.
I know this is sensitive because you're a Chelsea fan.
I think that PSG gets the first goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Chelsea battles back to get 3. We win the game 3-1. We don't advance. We miss it by 1 goal. I think it's going to be a 2-1 or 3-1 game. We're going to miss it by 1 or 2 goals. I think PSG will strike first. I think Chelsea's going to rally back, but I don't know that we're going to have enough. 90 minutes against Vitinha and João Neves. I don't want to do it again, man. I don't, but they have to. I gotta go with my gut. I think that we'll play hard and we'll score on them, but I don't think that it'll be enough to advance.
I don't think it'll be enough.
That 5-2 was just so frustrating.
Yeah. Shout out Jorgensen. Man City, Real. I think I think Real. Jude and Mbappe are, from what I heard. Shout out Fabrizio Romano. That's where I get all my news from. He said that they were both called up for the game. I don't know if they're going to start, but, they said they're called up. I think it'll depend on how the match goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because, if it's 0-0 at the 70th minute, there's no point in bringing them on.
Right.
Unless, they get 2 goals in quick succession. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Crazy like that.
I agree. I think it will be a very tight game. I mentioned Chelsea. Going to be super difficult for them to score on PSG. Dude, it's even more difficult to score on Real Madrid. Exactly. Best back line in the world. I mean, they're and the best goalie in the world.
They got Huijsen, Rudiger, Courtois, all them. Yeah. Barcelona, Newcastle.
Lockdown. Yeah. Barcelona, Newcastle. Wednesday, March 18th. Yes. Newcastle traveling to the Camp Nou to take on Barcelona. Give me 4-0 Barcelona.
4-0 Barcelona.
Give me 4-0 Barcelona.
Hey,
they're going to come to play.
We might as well skip Bayern Atalanta because
doesn't matter.
It's 6-1.
It'll probably be another 6-1. That doesn't matter.
Even if all the Bayern goalkeepers are injured, which is actually true right now. But Liverpool Galatasaray. Oh. We were touching about this a little bit earlier. Listen, I kind of root for the underdog.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I get you're a Chelsea fan and you don't like Liverpool, and that's that's fine.
Yeah.
But I would like Galatasaray to win, and I think this game has the potential to be a 1-1 draw, and Galatasaray qualifies, because we had mentioned earlier in the segment with all of Liverpool's issues. Mm-hmm. Granted, again, Merseyside, their stadium, you know what I'm saying, it's a difficult place to play at. As a Napoli fan, we've played there many times. It's really difficult.
Right.
But I don't know if they for me, the first half hour will determine it. If they're doing chance after chance, if Liverpool's doing chance after chance, they will win the game.
Yeah.
But if they're lackadaisical, and they can't get a goal within the first half hour, heck, even the first half, I see it really difficult for them because they're having troubles trying to get the ball in the back. Then
I like Galatasaray there as well. I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle. I don't think that Galatasaray will roll over and die if Liverpool score 1 or 2 on them. I think you make a really good point about what's going to happen in that first half hour. Who's going to strike first? I think you're absolutely right on that.
That's the most crucial.
That's going to be extremely crucial.
And then Tottenham Atletico, like I think I see like an Atletico's 3-0 or something like that. But that's if they're being nice.
I think Tottenham could grab a couple, but I mean they're not gonna be able to overcome that first leg. I like Atletico coming out on top there. Yeah, for sure. That's the next round. Winners will advance to the quarterfinal, where it will be another double leg. Got to play the team twice. Here at the station, I'm rocking with Bodo. I'm rocking with PSG, unfortunately. I think Real Madrid advances. I think Arsenal advances. Rocking with Barcelona. Rocking against the Spurs. Obviously, Atletico's taking that. And, Bayern's advancing, but that Liverpool game, all eyes on that game.
All eyes on that game. That is going to be a very entertaining game.
Speaking of Liverpool, we will get into some Premier League talk in just a moment. Stick around because after the break, Luigi and I want to talk about what's going on with Manchester United. They're back. What's going on with Liverpool? They're sliding. And,
all Prem teams in general.
Many other teams in the Premier League. A lot of stories going on. A lot of guys moving around. So don't go anywhere here on 98.5 WNUW. We have it all, including Jane Remover. Woohoo! Jane Remover. Fling. Here on 98.5 WNUW. You find me another radio station that's playing Jane Remover. We got the best music around, and we're providing it for you every single day here on 98.5 WNUW LP Aston. Just before the break, Luigi and I were talking about not just the Champions League, but the Premier League, and we want to move into that segment just for a moment. In 5 minutes, Brentford will be kicking off against the Wolves, the Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are in
dead
last place by a large amount. They only have 3 wins this year and 20 losses.
One of them was against Liverpool.
And one of them was against
even drew to Arsenal
Liverpool
as well. But
shout out to the Wolves. That's the beauty of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Even a team that bad down at the bottom of the table can beat a giant such as Liverpool. As I move up, the first thing that catches my eye, Luigi, Tottenham, 16th. Battling relegation. They're in 16th, but they're 1 point ahead of West Ham, who's in relegation, and Nottingham, who's right behind them, fighting it. What's going wrong for Tottenham this year?
I just think, the management, and the head coaching as well.
Yeah.
You want to know how bad it's been for Tottenham this year? They haven't won a Prem game this calendar year. The last time they won a Prem game was December 28th, 2025, and it was traveling to Crystal Palace. They have one of the worst home records in all of Europe, with only 2 wins at home in that 100 billion pound stadium of theirs.
Oh yeah, seriously, that was their big thing. Let's build a stadium.
Let's build this new stadium, and then now it's
So at least you're comfortable while you're watching your team lose, right?
Yeah, it's new state of the art stadium, and then who knows, in a couple weeks you'll be playing in the championship. But listen, I don't bet against them going down. West Ham's been in form. Nottingham Forest has been up and down. But the thing is, with the difference between these teams, they know what it's like being in a relegation scrap.
Right.
All the Tottenham players, like Xavi Simons, the only player they have that they can build off of is Richarlison, who actually scored at the weekend.
Dude, I love Richarlison. Another guy that no matter the situation gives 100%.
But other than Richarlison, they don't have a guy that can dig them out the mud.
I don't think they do.
They don't, and that's what lacks. Because when you're in a relegation battle, you want a Thomas Suchek of West Ham, because he knows what it's like. For Nottingham Forest, you want a player. Let me find him. I remember.
Go ahead.
You want a player like Morgan Gibbs White or Boli, that they know what it's like. Chris Wood, that have been in these positions before.
Yeah. 4 losses, their last 5. And the last game out against Liverpool when they tied, Richarlison scored at the death, 90th minute. Mm-hmm. That was almost a loss right there. They almost went on a 5-game slide, Tottenham. Loss, and then tie. And you look at the team above and below them, I mean, nobody else is in worse form right now. They have the least amount of points in these last 6 games than any other team in the league.
Yeah, and that's the issue. Like, that's the main issue going into this, that their form is poor. It's not
So
like
bad.
It's not like, oh, you got a couple wins here, like, or like a draw. Like, it's just loss after loss after loss. And, now they got that draw against Liverpool that could, maybe be like, like it flips the switch for them mentally, and hopefully, like, well, not, I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? It flips the switch and, like, it, like, liberates them and they, like, start playing well again. But, granted, like, they also do have, like, a lot of injuries. I feel like if they had someone like Kudus, they could have, like, I know it's hard to just pin it on one player. Yeah. Like, if they had someone like Mohamed Kudus, he could have easily changed, like, at least 2 of those, like, games that they had lost. Yeah,
they are without some guys. I just read they're supposed to have, because they're going to be home against Nottingham next week. So they're going to be having 4 guys come back. Hopefully, that's what I just read there, but or 5 guys they're supposed to have back actually. Now we'll see about Kudus. We'll see. Yeah, but hey, man, Tottenham in the gutter. Probably probably the worst team in London right now, and that's I'm perfectly okay with that. We have to talk about Manchester United. Manchester United, their last 5, they have 3 wins and a draw, 1 loss, and they are up to 13 goal differential, good for 4th best in the league. And they're in 3rd place right now with 54 points. Now, they're far behind City and Arsenal. Those are the top 2. But they are also a win and then 2 wins clear of the 2 teams below them. So Manchester United able to flip it around. I wanted to ask you your thoughts on that situation because they've been the laughingstock up until this year.
Listen, last season when they finished 15th and lost the Europa League to Tottenham, I thought that was a new rock bottom. With the transfer window that they did, I will say they have landed. I think they went a perfect 4 for 4 on players like Cunha, Lamens, Sesko, who I'll get into, and Mbeumo.
Mbeumo, man.
4 for 4 on I think every transfer. The best thing I think that they needed was the goalkeeper because Onana is just a meme, and generally I've never seen something like worse goalkeepers. Like when he was at Ajax and Inter, really good. Then when he Man United has gotten a lot of flops, but besides the point. This season though, however, I think the issue was Amarim's reliance on the 3-4-2-1 system. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't get the best out of your players. You're having a player like Amad Diallo at wingback when he's a winger. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Now that Carrick's come in, granted, a lot of United fans have said that the game or like the style of play hasn't been the best. But the thing is, style of play and results, if the results are at least coming in, you can't really go against.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
And, I think the most crucial thing and most underrated thing is putting Kobe Mino in the starting 11.
100% agree.
Because if you have Ugarte playing and you're not playing Kobe Mino, it really goes to show how incompetent of a manager you are.
You can't have 2 minivans in the midfield. They already have Casemiro. You can't stick Ugarte next to him. That's not a winning formula. Minu's a dog.
Speaking of Casemiro, revival of a season.
Yeah, man.
Revival of a season.
Scored over the weekend.
Outside of just the goals, like he's been put in shift after shift. We're seeing the Real Madrid version of Casemiro. The fans are begging him to stay one more year after he said that he was going to walk at the end of the season, probably go back to Brazil. You know what I want to say? Having Sesko come off the bench is a cheat code.
Yeah?
If you look at Benjamin Sesko's last 5 games, I think he has 3-4 goals. A lot of the 3 of them are at least off the bench. He may not be the most technically gifted player, but listen, if you're coming off the bench for just that 20-25 minutes and you're getting a goal, hey, who's better than you?
It looks like Carrick is not interested in moving him up. I mean, it says a couple of these places that are doing media on United, they say Benjamin Sesko has dropped recently. Benjamin Sesko could be a problem having him if they're not going to play him. And then there's another article here explaining why they're not playing him. But basically, your analysis, I feel like, is far more pertinent. I don't think you should question whether or not the money was worth it, if you're not starting him every single game, I think you should look at the result. Like you just said, if they're not playing well, but you're winning the game, if Šeško isn't playing well, but he's scoring, he's bringing a spark off the bench, he's scoring, then it's a positive signing. You're absolutely right.
Like,
for anybody to question Šeško's ability or Carrick's ability to manage the squad and decide to bring Šeško off the bench, remind yourself, Man United are in third right now.
Man United are in third.
They're making it work.
Listen. Ask any Man United fan, would they rather be 15th or would they rather be third? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly. Every day of the week, they're rocking with this new season that's been completely therapeutic for fans like my friend Noah. He's a diehard Man United fan, and he's finally got something to cheer about, and I'm happy for him because, I mean, they have a couple guys in the academy that are really good, too.
Fletcher's son?
I was going to say J.J. Gabriel.
Oh, that's
that
right.
guy
You put
was
me
telling you
onto
about,
him.
dude.
Yeah. I saw those highlights.
He is unbelievable with Man United on the up and coming this season. Plus, they also have J.J. Gabriel and Cheeto Obi Martin.
Obi, yeah.
Right? Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah,
that,
Cheeto Obi. I think Obi, like, that's from what I see. It just
he
says
goes by Obi. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's another talented forward that they have in their system that could really be good for them moving forward. But it's a perfect storm for United. Everybody's trying to play. Carrick moves it to a 4-back system. Everybody's trying to play within that system. He's playing Mainu, who is the lifeblood of that team. He's like their Enzo. I mean, he does everything for them, and he can score, and he's a good finisher.
Got that in him, yeah.
So that's good for Man United that they've been able to revive.
Yeah.
Chelsea, unfortunate. Chelsea have dropped to 6th in the table. Poor showing against Newcastle over the weekend. Did you see the goal that Newcastle scored on us?
Yeah.
Dude, Fofana isn't even running. I'm tired of talking about these center backs. Reece James let his man go in behind. He wasn't looking, and then Fofana didn't even run back to guard Gordon. It's torture ball. Trying to watch us play any kind of defense, trying to watch us stop any kind of counterattack. It is torture. And because of that, we have found ourselves in 6th. Brentford only 4 points behind us. If they win today against Wolves, at home, which they should, that game just kicked off, then they're right behind us. They're 1 point behind us. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm not happy with what Chelsea's doing. Everton, surprising a lot of people. Newcastle right below Everton at 9th in the table. Everton at 8th. Another squad that had been going through a lot of turmoil the last couple seasons, and people were questioning if they were going to be able to bring it together. And, well, they're doing that. And one squad that I really want to ask you about, because of one guy in particular, is Sunderland. So Sunderland have now built this team around Granit Xhaka, right? People were saying, "Well, what's he going to do? Is he going to go after everything that happened at Bayern, Leverkusen?" Everybody was wondering, where's Xhaka going to go? He's coming off a world-class season. He was probably the best midfielder in Germany, and he downgrades. He comes to Sunderland, but he wants to keep them up in the Premier League. Obviously, they're probably not, pushing for like top 4 because they're all the way down to 13th right now. But he's keeping them up and alive in the Premier League, and this is another kind of revival. Like we saw with Casemiro, we're seeing the same thing with Granit Xhaka. You got a chance to see anything of what Xhaka's been doing this year?
I've seen a couple games. I won't lie. I haven't really been following along with Sunderland.
Yeah.
With all due respect to if any Sunderlands are hearing this, I'm not really informed with that. I know, Xhaka, Brobery. I know a couple players, and they got a good games. They've pulled some good results. They drew at Anfield 1-1.
Yep.
They even won at Stamford Bridge, I think 2-1 as well. Sorry, you bring that up. And I guess that kind of leads into the next thing I wanted to say. How uncomfortable is it for a Chelsea fan to see Arsenal 9 points clear? Granted, Man City is 1 game behind.
I would say that at this point in time, if anybody else wins the league other than Arsenal, I'll be shocked. It's pretty much impossible for City to make up that ground the way the Arsenal's been playing. They're in great form. I hate to see it. There's no reason that they should give up this lead. That's been their thing the last couple seasons, is they get out to a lead, they get out ahead, and then they start dropping results when the going gets tough, and then somebody sweeps it out from under them. But to answer your question, it's painful, and I hate it. I do not want to see Arsenal win the league, but unfortunately, the most annoying fan base ever is finally going to get their Premier League trophy. First one in over 25
22
years.
years.
22 years. That's a long, long time. They've never won it in my lifetime, so that is great. But it's also bad that they're going to win. So, I'm going to be hate watching, hoping that they lose. But, unfortunately, they are atop the table, and they are getting every single call this year.
Yeah. I was curious. You want to switch it to the Serie A?
Let's move away from the Premier League. Yeah, a lot of people they know about the Premier League, but they don't know too much about Italian soccer. So let's talk about the Serie A. Match day 29 of 30. Fiorentina's playing Cremonese right now. Why don't you give us the scoop? What's going on with Napoli? What's going on? How far ahead is Inter? What can we expect from the Serie A?
So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So last weekend there was the derby between Milan and Inter. Milan pulled away with a victory by Estupiñán, Old Brighton left back.
Yes.
And they dropped the lead to 7 points. So that leads me into this weekend. Inter had Atalanta at home.
Mm-hmm.
They drew 1-1. So that means if Milan had won their next game, they would have gone at -5. But they couldn't come up clutch, and they lost to Lazio 1-0. And Rafael Leao was getting into a scuffle with his manager over a substitution. Listen, to people who know Rafael Leao's game, I like Leao as a player.
Yep.
Has not been good this season.
No.
And
no.
The problem is it's not because he's out of form, he's dropped off. He's not playing his right position. He plays as he's a guy you need in a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 as a winger.
Right.
He's playing in a 3-5-2 as a double pivot striker alongside Pulisic or Fulkrug or Nkunku.
Yeah, they gave him the lowest rating on the field
for Milan players
against Lazio. No, out of everybody in that game.
Everyone.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing him, like you said, at that left striker position where they want him to check back as well. And he turned in a 2.9 and got subbed.
Exactly. And, his GA has dropped incredibly in comparison to other seasons as well. My team, Napoli, won at the weekend, which I'm happy.
Yeah.
2-1. Hey, we were down 1-0 within 3 minutes. But, we've locked in, second half that I saw reaction that we needed. Gilmore, really underrated player, I think.
Billy Gilmore.
Old Chelsea player, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Had a really good ball, played it to Højlund. Politano finally, after almost a year, scored his first goal. Absolute banger of a goal. If you want to go look at it, go for it. I want to talk about Cesc Fabregas's Como, who at the weekend won 2-1 against Roma and are currently in 4th place. And if the season were to end today, you know what that means?
What's that?
They would be in the Champions League for next season.
Yeah.
Listen, they got some really good players. They're going to lose, Nico Paz at the end of the season.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's not even like they're going to lose it to another team for some big price. They're only going to lose him for $10 million because Real Madrid put in a buyback clause. So he's going to go back to Madrid at the end of the season. And, it could affect them. But
That's so common now with the buyback clauses. I mean, you really don't see that in any other sport other than soccer.
Real Madrid does that with all their youth players. They all put they sell them, and then they give buyback clauses, and they're there are a bunch of weird clauses. But Como under Fabregas, revolutionary style play, really offensive. Use wingers, they attack the width.
They're in the best form in the league right now, coming off a draw and then 4 wins in a row. Como is in the best form in the league.
Exactly. And they got other, besides just Nico Paz, their best player, I mean, they got other players like Duvikas, Kakare, Sergi Roberto, if you recall him from the Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
Diego Carlos, who used to play for Aston Villa.
Oh, yeah. And Sevilla, yeah. Diego Carlos is a talented player. Yeah.
They have a really good team. I am scared, my team plays them within the month. I'm scared to play them because we got to go to their place.
Yeah.
And, they're not an easy team to play against.
Absolutely not, especially with the Cesc Fabregas system. Ex-Chelsea man, ex-Arsenal man, one of the most talented midfielders
of his generation.
Like, I mean, just could play a ball and stick it on a guy's foot from 65 yards away on the run.
Exactly.
And that's another thing. I hate when people like see like a crazy pass in the NFL and it's like, oh wow, he threw the ball using his arm, his hand, his shoulder. It's like he's able to throw. And literally everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Everybody can throw a ball. Not everybody can spin. Not everybody can spin 160 yards and drop it in the breadbasket. But playing that soccer ball cross field, slicing that ball, catching it so there's just enough air under it that it goes over the defender but drops onto the guy's foot who's on the run. That will always be 10, 15, 20, 100 times more difficult than trying to complete a pass in basketball or football. And I'll tell you what, Cesc Fabregas was one of the best at that. He's brought that world-class ability to his Como players. You can tell they're inspired.
Exactly. And the thing, granted, and they're also financially backed too.
Yes.
Their owners, I forget what their names are, but they're from, I think, the Philippines. And if you can fact check that for me, just
yeah,
and
absolutely.
their names, I think they're like something begins with an H.
Yeah, the Hartanos.
Hartano brothers.
Yes.
They made a lot of money.
They acquired it through something called the Jarum Group. The Hartano brothers.
Before they had purchased Como, they were, I think, cigar sellers.
Oh.
And they made a lot of money off of that. And when they bought Como, they didn't just want to use it as like, I don't know like the exact terminology it was, but like just as like a marketing thing. They wanted to market it, but also like when tourists came, it was like a whole plan, like, have them visit the Lake of Como, where if actually bring up a little Star Wars reference. One of the scenes from Star Wars is actually shot in the Lake of Como. I forget which film it's in, but
really?
Yes. And if you want to, I forget which film it's in. It's when him and Padme are together. I forget the movie it's in, but yeah, there's that as well. But they also like use tourism, social media, like promoting.
Oh yeah, no, you're getting the full package with Como. I have an article right here, Business News Organization, backed by the billionaire owners and driven by advanced AI analytics. They actually put this out in a tweet also. Italian football club Como, 1907, is rapidly climbing Serie A, while at the same time transforming into a luxury tourist destination. So they're doing it all. Since those boys have bought the club, they have completely flipped the culture in the city of Como. And now it's not just a nice place to live. It's also a nice place to hang out because you got this great club. They have these new luxury destinations all around. I mean, this is very cool. This is good stuff from Como. And I'm scrolling down here. I see Thierry Henry recently became a stakeholder.
Terry Crews was also in one of those. He showed up to one of their games. Keep in mind, Como not too long ago was at they were less than 10 years ago. They were broke. They hit bankruptcy. They rebuilt from the ground up. They started in Serie D, moved up to Serie C. Last season was their first season in Serie A in 22 years. Since 2002, 2003, they hadn't been in Serie A. Then last season they made it, had some good results, and they finished 9th or 10th, I believe, that season.
It sounds like some kind of Wrexham deal.
Exactly.
I mean, since these owners have come in, they're just boom, 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 boom.
Exactly. They're just going up and up, and it's good to see that maybe a new team as long as it's not Juventus doing good, I'm totally fine with that. But I'd rather see any other team but them do good. But it's good to see one of these fallen stories fell into bankruptcy, revived, and
everybody loves a rebuild.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to root for the underdog, but they also love a rebuild. So respect to Como. Como in 4th place, obviously, we talked about Inter at the top, Milan right below, Napoli in 3rd, 1 point off of Milan. Mm-hmm. Como in the best form in the league, but right behind them, Juventus is on their tail. They're 1 point back. Roma 2 points back from Juventus, and they just lost to Roma just lost at the weekend.
Como, yep.
To Como, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, they picked up a red card in that game, too.
There was a bit of controversy surrounding the red card, but, going back to the VAR thing.
Dude, it couldn't have been as bad as the Bastoni one. The Kalulu one.
That was so not
bad.
As bad, but,
it
was still quite a interesting call. Also, Atalanta over the past few years have been good, but this season they started rough. They had fired their head coach, Ivan Juric. They got this guy Palladino in. They've been on a bit of a revival ever since he signed in late November or mid-November, like because there was like the international break and whatever.
Right.
They signed him during that period. Since then, they have been quite informed. They have, they went from like 13th to 7th. I think if they get 7th, that gets them in like conference league.
I think you need.
It's the 6th place spot.
Is it 7 or is it 6?
I don't know.
I think it's 6.
The 6.
5 is Europa, 6 is conference.
Got
I think.
you.
Yeah. So they're fighting. They're right behind Roma.
They're
So
fighting.
trying to get there.
And Juve's been in some like up and down form. They also won at the weekend, against Udinese.
Yeah.
But they got this one guy at the like very end of the summer, not at the end of the summer, at the end of the January window, Jeremy Boga. He's been balling for them. I think he scored 3 goals since joining, and he only has a $5 million option to purchase at the end of the season from Nice in France.
OGC Nice. Yeah. I see him right here. Jeremy Boga. 29 years old. Oh, he's Ivory Coast. So I'll get to see him. I'll get to see him at the World Cup because one of the games I'm going to is the only game I'm going to. I only got is Ivory Coast. They're playing.
Who are they playing against? I didn't know.
I forget. I gotta double check. I don't think it's somebody good. I think it's not like Macedonia, but like it's a team that sometimes qualifies. That's not that good.
Hey, listen, Macedonia beat Italy in 22 to not.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That was a bad example.
No, listen.
They took your guys out.
Listen. Like. I'm Italian, okay? So, with me, I'll be honest with you. Like, you can hear it on the air from me. If Italy doesn't make it to the World Cup, it wouldn't faze me, and I just wouldn't really care because I'm used to the disappointment. Like
Curacao, they're playing Curacao. Yeah,
they're playing Curacao.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, my mom also submitted. I think for a couple different games, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. Oh, imagine if I got to see Caicedo. But yeah, I won't get to see him. I'm getting to see the boys from Ivory Coast will be taking on Curacao.
Interesting.
Good stuff there. Yeah.
Oh, and speaking, I guess, of Serie A, Fiorentina is beating Cremonese 2-0. Also, I wanted to
They scored again? They just scored? Oh, man.
I wanted to touch base on Fiorentina's season. If you look at the table, they're down in 16th.
Bro, they're way down there. Yeah, this is a team that historically has been like a top 8 squad.
Top 8 squad, yeah. Like recently, once they started adding the conference leagues, like once the conference league first got added, they've always, besides the first ever edition, they've qualified every single year for it. This season, like, I don't know, I personally had them around that 7th to 8th range because that's where they usually have been. There was a point, I think, in the first 20 games of the season, they hadn't won a single game. Like, they were really bad, and I was like, dang, they're going to go down. Like, they had veteran players like Dzeko, and it's not saying they didn't. Like, they spent a lot of money in the window, too, with, with Roberto Piccoli, Albert Gudmundsson. Like, it's not like saying, like, they got an experienced manager in Stefano Pioli who led Milan to a Serie A win not too long ago. Not saying they were going to win the Serie A, but, definitely, like, he said, like, a potential objective was top 4. And I'll be honest with you, I was calling them crazy, but it wasn't that out of pocket that they could have at least contended for the Europa League with the squad they had because, they have the players. I mean, they got De Gea in goal, Dodo, they got some other young, talented players. Moise Kean.
De Gea received death threats in December with all of the of the dropped results. A couple of the players were receiving death threats.
Yeah, and then I think that's what forced Dzeko to leave in January because he was speaking to the Ultras, and they said, can you please stick with us? Yes, the results may not come, but, it's difficult when, you're dropping points back-to-back, in succession, 3-4 straight games, and you're not getting a point or a win.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult, but I think now they'll probably save themselves, and Cremonese, if you look at the table, it's basically kind of guaranteed. Pisa and Verona go down. Yeah. They're on 18 and 19
points.
and 20.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the race is kind of still open, but, I would probably assume Cremonese or Lecce go down. I hope Lecce doesn't go down just because, as a Napoli fan, there's only, 2 teams from the south of Italy, and it's us and Lecce.
Right.
So, a little bit, I kind of feel a little sympathy for them. So, I would like them to stay up, but they have a head coach who, his last 2 teams he's coached have both been relegated. So, maybe third time's the charm. You never know, but... So,
unfortunately, there are no Serie A teams left. Just one, Atalanta, the only team left. And after this upcoming leg, there's going to be no teams left from the Serie A
in the Champions League.
The Champions League, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squads from the Premier League still left. We'll see what that number is at, but I retained my spot at the top of the mountain. The Premier League is the best league in the world. What do you think? Do you think they're the best league in the world?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. I know some people. La Liga, but I don't know.
This is how I would personally rate the leagues. I'd say Prem first, La Liga second, Serie A third, Bundesliga. No, oh god, that's difficult between Bundesliga and League. I'll say Bundesliga fourth, Ligue 1 fifth.
I agree. I think if you take those top 3, top 4 teams out of it, I think the rest of the Bundesliga destroys the rest of the. Yeah. If they all played in a series, but
I think reason being, like, obviously the Prem, they go far in every competition, from like Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, and plus, like, you know, like the teams they got, the money they can spend, they can go up. Yeah. Then La Liga, you know, you can't, like, Barcelona, Real, Atletico, like those echelon of teams kind of overpower kind of like anyone else in like the other leagues. Serie A, I would say, is probably the most competitive. You got different winners per each year. This year, last season, Napoli had won. This year is probably going to go towards Inter. Yeah. You never know, like I put in quotations, but, you know, it's probably going that way.
They could drop some results. I don't think it's as sure as Arsenal. I think Arsenal's got it. I don't know. You never know
with Arsenal, too. You never know.
Well, I mean, look, dude. Like, that would be great. Imagine if Arsenal just Arsenaled and just...
Yeah, exactly.
That would be great.
Then with the Bundesliga, it's literally Bayern Munich. Like, yes, Dortmund. Leverkusen won in 23-24 and had that near invincible season in which they only lost one game, the Europa League final, to Atalanta. But yeah, other than that, like, I think it's kind of a cakewalk league. Yeah. Like, and then Ligue 1, it's just basically, and listen, this year there's a title race in Ligue 1 with PSG and Lens. Like, I think it's only like 1 point, like 1 to 5 points off. So you never know. Maybe PSG don't win the league this year.
I mean, I'm gonna be the guy that's rooting against PSG because of what we did to them in the Club World Cup, and then what they just did to us in the Champions League. But look, I mean, PSG's PSG, extremely rich club, a lot of good players. And I'm more taken back with that midfield than I am with that attack. João Neves and Vitinha are going to make a lot of money on the world's biggest stage for years to come. Oh, yeah. Those are 2 Portuguese studs, for sure. Yeah. Time is now 4:27 here at 98.5 WNUW LP Aston. We're going to be wrapping it up. This is the Kickoff. We'll be on the air every Monday, 3 to 4-ish. We'll see where the conversation takes us. But for Owen and Luigi, say what's up.
What's up? It was signing off.
What's up? Signing off. For Owen and Luigi, this has been The Kickoff. Please enjoy the rest of your day, folks.